Investment research firm Hindenburg has now shut down. Hindenburg founder says that the research firm has been disbanded. Hindenburg had sparked a big controversy with regards to its report on Gautam Adani. Hindenburg founder has said that they did shake some empires, and now the research firm has been disbanded. This is big news coming in with regards to Hindenburg. Hindenburg was an investment research firm which has now shut down. Hindenburg founder says that the research firm has been disbanded. It was a report that was given out by Hindenburg that had sparked a big controversy back in India. Its report on Gautam Adani and all the companies owned by Gautam Adani and the investments and the business that they were doing, not just in India but in other countries, had sparked a big controversy. The controversy was huge, and we did see how close to 3 parliamentary sessions in our country were rocked because of the research that was done by Hindenburg. Hindenburg founder has now said that they did shake some big empires globally. My colleague Gautam is now joining me on the story. Gaurav, this is big news coming in, especially with regards to India. We are now seeing the founder coming out and giving a statement saying that we did shake some big empires, and he's now made a statement that the research firm has been disbanded.
This indeed is very big. The timing is also very curious, just days ahead of President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration on the 20th of January. Of course, Nate Anderson, the founder of Hindenburg Research, who decided to shut down his firm, hasn't given any specific reason or inquiry. Though there are political leaders and there are Republicans who say every document must be carefully preserved so that in future investigations can be carried out. But Nate Anderson, of course, mentions that this job has taken a significant toll on his well-being. He, of course, also talks about career fulfillment, and as far as future plans are concerned, he's talking about transition from a high-stress environment of short selling to a more low-stress investment or working on index firms. But when you talk about India specifically, if you were to talk about Hindenburg's allegations against Gautam Adani and his firms, if you look at the January 2023 report, it accused Adani Group of engaging in what they claimed. They claimed it was, a con in corporate history. The impact was devastating on Adani Group. Adani Group, of course, refuted all the claims. They called them baseless. They called them malicious. Then there was a second report, and as you rightly pointed out, it led to a furor in Parliament because, sections of the Indian opposition used it to target the government, target the corporate house, and to target the Narendra Modi government. It remains to be seen what happens next. What will be the next weapon in their arsenal to target either, the Narendra Modi government or Gautam Adani once Hindenburg has wound up.
Gaurav, you made a very interesting point. This news is coming in just days before President-elect Donald Trump is all set to take oath for the second time. And in fact, there were questions that were being asked with regards to what will happen to Gautam Adani and Hindenburg. Now we are seeing a statement coming in, but the statement has come after billions were wiped out from Gautam Adani's wealth. One after the other, the reports came out.
You're absolutely right. Not only was a lot of money lost, if we were to talk about the action that was taken, if I remember correctly, the losses were to a tune of over $150 billion in market value. The Adani enterprises were also forced to withdraw, I think, $2.5 billion follow-on public FPO is public offer at that point of time. But there were some other reports that seemed to indicate that they had subsequently recovered the money. But then there was legal action that was to follow. The controversy led to scrutiny by SEBI, which is India's Securities and Exchange Board. They launched an investigation into these allegations. We were also told that Supreme Court of India established a committee to look into the matter, but concluded there was no regulatory failure by SEBI. But more than this, it had become a big political tool in the hands of the opposition. You cover Parliament, and you had very extensively reported how Parliament could not function, how for one political party and a leader who was talking about waging war against the Indian state right now. They were talking about, Adanis and Ambanis and so on, and money just being in the hands of a few corporate houses. Now it remains to be seen what their political strategy would be now that Hindenburg has wound down. But this may not be the end of the story, because the Trump administration, may initiate investigations. There were several who said that the targeting of Gautam Adani was more a political tool or also a deep state project. Remember Adani's investments, whether it's in Haifa or it's in Bangladesh, the strategic implications on the India-Middle East-Europe economic corridor with the Haifa port, electricity supply to Bangladesh, investments in other parts of the world. So, there's a geostrategic angle that's also involved in this. But let's see, in case there are deeper investigations in the United States done by the new administration, what emerges.
Thank you, Gaurav, for giving us those details and putting things in perspective. My colleague Gaurav Sawant also very importantly saying that this might not be the end of the story, and we will have to wait and watch what President-elect Donald Trump does next with regards to Hindenburg. Will there be an investigation in the United States? That's something to look out for.